So Jessica, I want to thank you for joining us today and sharing your experience with Nutri-90. Just to
Glad
give
to
a
be here.
excellent, just to give a little context, would you mind telling people what it was like for you before joining Nutri-90 and how that compares to after going through the Nutri-90 program?
It's kind of hard to remember because at the time it's just your normal. But coming from this side of it, I realized I missed out on a lot of things. I hated how I felt. I hated the fact of just walking up the stairs into the house. I was winded. I would have a nice, good meal, and I was short of breath, feeling like I was almost having an asthma attack because everything was so just, ugh. That's the word, ugh. I felt ugh all the time, and I never felt good. It was never like, yes, this is a great day. Let's go do this. It was like, uh, okay, and I go about, and it was always about what my next meal was going to be. Still, I mean, when you're now, I have to do that because I'm processing what I'm going to prepare or whatever. But back then it was, ooh, I can have fries. Ooh, I can have this. What is the fatteningest thing I could find all the time to eat because it tasted good, and that seemed to control my thoughts. Now I'm got the energy. I'm up. I'm looking for healthy foods. When I have a craving, it's not for those foods. I'm actually got the craving for fruits, for vegetables. It's a different thought process now.
That's really cool. How would you describe your overall experience with Nutri-90? And by that, I mean going through the program. What was it like to be going through Nutri-90?
It was, to me, enlightening. I learned so much in the process, from my failures to my successes. Everything I did, I learned from. How much your body needs for fluids, knowing that you did not drink enough fluids that day just by the way you feel. I mean, you really became aware of your body and what you were putting in it. You had great guidance from your coaches. It's a very well-rounded program because nothing is being left out. You're learning as you're going through the process. You're being taught without realizing it.
That's cool. Would you mind, Jessica, if I show the folks a before and after picture of you?
No, go right ahead.
Excellent. Give me just a second to bring it up here. There we go. Now tell me, when you look at old Jessica versus red dress Jessica, I'm going to call you that from now on, red dress Jessica. What do you feel when you look at the transformation from then until now? What are you feeling?
I'm disgusted with the way I looked before. I really am seriously sick with myself that I let myself get there. I mean, it's such a sad feeling to see that's where I was. And honestly, looking at that picture, I thought that outfit looked good back then. It hid the rolls. That's what I was going for. It hid the rolls. And being red dress Jessica just still is so surreal to me.
What do you mean surreal?
When you get up and you roll over and your hand brushes your side and you feel your hip bone. Until I lost weight, I didn't even know where my hip bone was. I mean, it's jumping out of bed, given I'm over 40, so the joints still hurt, but you're light on your feet. You hop out of bed. It's not a roll and an ugh as you get off the side of the bed and almost hit the ground. It's just such a surreal feeling. It still doesn't feel real.
That's powerful. Just one last question. Is there anything else you would like to add?
Oh God, if you can do anything, do it. Do it for yourself. Do it for your health. Do it so you love who you are. I finally, for the first time in a long, long time, feel as good inside as I feel as I look outside. They never matched for like the last 20 years. My inside and outside seem to be two different people. I was happy and go lucky on the inside, but it wasn't what was on the outside. I was sore. I was hurting. I was achy. I was fat. And I tried to convince myself mentally that I could love myself that way. And for me, I realize now that I was fooling myself. So if you can do anything and you're ready for it, it's definitely a challenge worth your while.
Today, Jessica feels like Jessica inside and out. Is what you're telling us.
Exactly. I feel like me.
And that's awesome. And that's very, very powerful. Thank you, Jessica, for your time. I really appreciate you joining us.
Thank you so much, Belldon.